Oh, it's magic. I can't wait to go on magic.
I just can't wait to go on one for our anniversary. Whoa, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Let's Get Into This Podcast. I'm your co-host, Tim.
Hey, y'all, I'm Rika.
And we're back with episode 12.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
Of applause.
Yes, we are back, y'all. It feels like it's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah.
Been going through some things and making trips and this and that, but we are back.
We're back.
Did y'all miss us? Because we miss y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, we miss y'all. So this might be a little two-parter because we might talk about our little trip we took to go see our parents on Mother's Day. Definitely went and surprised them.
Yeah, they were so surprised.
Yeah.
No one knew we were coming to Baton Rouge.
They didn't expect it at all.
Yeah, it was a little quick 1-2. Literally. Literally, it was a quick 1-2.
Yeah. But it was great.
It was. And then, and it's so funny because when we went to BR, he literally went his separate way with his people.
Oh, yeah.
And not with mine.
Only time we saw each other when we slept.
Like, came back to the hotel.
And slept in the bed.
That's it.
That was crazy. That's the first time that really ever happened.
I know, because normally we always together, like, but at this time, yeah, not so much. He was, being with his brothers and his mom and them, and I was with my parents and my brothers, so it was really nice, though. It was
quick.
Nice.
Yeah, so what's our game for the week?
Game for the week. We're going to, hopefully we succeed. Hopefully it doesn't take that long.
Be a struggle
but
sometime.
We are going to play our, guess the word game. See how in sync we are. See if we can get the same word.
Let's go.
Okay. Random word.
Random word.
On a count of 3.
Count of 3. Closing my.
You got a word?
Hold up. Because every time we get ready, I be having the blank and I go blank.
Bro, what?
I be going blank, dog.
Come on, you ready? You got a word?
Here we go. All right. Sure.
You got one.
I'm gonna just blurt out something.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Magic. Cheese.
Magic.
Cheese and magic. What?
Wait, magic?
I said magic.
You ready to go on this cruise?
Yes, I am.
Cheese, magic. How do that
Cheese and magic, okay.
How do that
how they go together?
How they go?
Cheese and magic. Cheese. I think we need to start doing like a prompt. Like, okay, this is the word, and then we build on it. Opposed to us just, But okay. Make it interesting.
All right. So
cheese and magic.
Cheese and magic.
Cheese and magic. You got a word? Because I don't know if we're going to get anything, so we just gonna let it run. You got one?
Cheese and magic. All right, here we go.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Nachos. Okay, you said car?
Oh, nacho. Magic. Nachos. I don't know. Yeah, I said car and nachos.
Car and nachos.
We just ain't on it.
Car and nachos. Okay.
You got something?
I got some. What you got?
What you got? A car?
It makes sense to me.
All right.
You got something?
I got something.
We're not gonna be here. I feel it in my bones. We not here. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Drive-through. Oh, that's good. Drive-through and food truck?
I got something.
You do?
Yeah. It probably don't correlate, but I got something from food truck and a drive-through. It's a new business idea.
What you got? Tell me.
You could get your food on a food truck while driving on the interstate. I believe that's safe.
That is dangerous beyond measure. Oh my
Driving
gosh.
by somebody in the back. Hey, I need 3 tacos. Sure.
You have a word. I do not.
I
Okay.
don't have no word.
Drive through
Drive through.
and food truck.
Yeah, I had a business idea.
But that ain't going nowhere. That ain't going nowhere. That is not gonna come to fruition. Drive through and food truck. You ready?
Do you see where?
You ready?
Do you see the way I'm looking?
Help. Okay, drive through and food truck. You ready?
Yeah, come on.
You still thinking? Because once I say 3, you're not gonna say anything. I can tell by your face.
Give me a second.
You had 30.
I need 30 more.
That's not how it works. You're supposed to be like rapid.
Go.
You got it?
Got something.
You don't have one, do you?
Got something.
All right. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Carnival. Huh?
Chicken. Chicken, carnival. I got it.
You got it?
Chicken and carnival.
Okay. Is it a one word?
No, not really.
Either is or is not.
Not one word.
Okay. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Chicken on a stick. Oh.
You gotta help me help you. You be focused on one word. Combine both words.
Yeah, stay fair. That would have been perfect. Chicken on a stick, stay fair. Are we done? We got
it. Cause what? Like, how did you? That was me giving you a hint. Is it one word or 2? Bro, stay fair, bro. What are you doing?
Lost all of it. Didn't have it.
We are not here today.
No, we not. Sorry, buddy.
All right, well.
That was our game of the week, y'all. We failed at it. Failed at it again.
Fumbled.
Might try again in a couple of weeks. That's how we did last time. All right, now it's time for the weekly check-in.
I feel like it changed, yeah.
All right, so this weekly check-in, I'll go first.
Yeah.
Had a short week at work. You know, that was great. That was my high. You know, just only had to be there for 3 days.
Yeah. Take care of me.
Yep. My weekly low, really didn't have a weekly low. Even from last week, I didn't have a weekly low.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, everything been kind of okay.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So for me, weekly high.
You can include last week too, if you want.
Well, my weekly high this week just gonna be my parents here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my parents flew in yesterday. And we are just, chilling, shopping. I'm surprising. Well, it's no longer a surprise, but
somebody spilled the beans.
Mom. But we are celebrating Father's Day a little early. And my dad is very country.
Plus his birthday.
And his birthday.
A little country?
Okay, my dad's a lot of country. I'm a little country.
A little country?
Oh.
You stop.
So, again,
she
country.
She is country. She is every bit of her daddy.
Okay. So, the World PBR or World Pro Board Riding is here at the AT&T Stadium. Right. And I am taking my dad. Well, we're all going, of course, but the surprise was for my dad to go because I don't think he's ever been to like a World's Pro Board Riding. And also it's going to be the women's final
championship.
Yeah, rodeo. So that's going to be fun. I'm excited. And yeah, that's my high. Like, I can't wait to attend.
Yeah. Hopefully we see some.
I know. Hopefully we don't see you seeing fun stuff. Are you trying to see a bull injure somebody?
No.
Hope not. No. But it's going to be very interesting. Because have you ever been to a Pro Board riding?
Besides the one we did last year? Oh, that count.
It can. Besides that,
nah, I don't think so. I think we went to a rodeo once.
Just a regular rodeo, like barrel racing and
we did all that. Yeah,
outside all that stuff.
I remember we did that. We took Shay and Lucky,
and
they did they had to chase
the goat.
Yeah,
I did that too growing up.
Country.
It was fun.
Very country, like I said.
And so now somebody wants some cowboy boots.
Yes.
Expensive cowboy boots. Y'all, if y'all know Tim, he is city through and through. Like, I don't see this man wearing any type of cowboy boots.
I'm gonna wear them.
I have 3.
When in Texas, do what the Texas do.
You're not going to wear them. You're going to wear them once. And then when are you going to wear them again?
At school functions. We be having school stuff at school.
How often are y'all having a school function to wear cowboy boots?
2 or 3 times.
A
school year. Mm-hmm. You know they do different things for like homecoming and themes and throughout the year.
Yeah, he's not going to wear them.
I'm going to wear them.
All right. So, yeah, that's my weekly high. Parents are here. Going to the world's pro bull riding.
Yeah.
And my weekly low.
Low.
Mm-hmm. I'm still just trying to shake back.
From the car trip? From the ride or?
No, just I've been hurting the last few days.
Oh yeah.
So babe's been taking care of me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm so thankful for you, babes.
Oh, you welcome, baby.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my low, I guess.
And that was the weekly high, and low.
You like me when I make a fool of myself. That's what you like.
Bro. Nah, I told you, once you did that, we doing it every time now. Oh, I told you it's up.
Oh, yeah. So, what we getting into this week?
So, let's get into this. All right. So, of course, have conversations, not just with us, but we have conversations with random people at work sometimes, and things pop up. So, do you feel like you've learned anything from your first love? Like your first love taught you anything?
My first love taught me how to, I think, okay, so I don't know how to put this. So with my first love, we didn't like say like I love you and stuff like all the time.
Right.
And so I think it taught me to say I love you more.
Okay.
And to show like I really appreciate you and affection. I don't know if that makes sense.
Dog, you know what's crazy?
What? It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Really?
Real talk. No lie.
Really?
Real talk.
Interesting. Real talk. So y'all didn't say I love you, like even though y'all loved each other, y'all knew, like y'all probably said it like what once or twice or something, but it wasn't like
it was like we never. I'm almost saying we never really reciprocated it. Okay. So like it'd be something crazy, and I'd be like, "I love you," and then she'd be like, "Me too."
Oh, but I hate being me too.
Vice versa, like
because if I tell you I love you and you say
I'd be like, "Me too."
Absolutely not.
Like we both did that to each other.
But that's probably just how y'all. Because that didn't bother you, right?
No, it didn't bother.
Yeah, so that's just probably how y'all were. Y'all that dynamic was interesting.
So it kind of taught me to actually reciprocate it back, like actually say,
like I love you
too.
Yeah. Interesting. That is so wild that we have the same, that we learn the same.
That's crazy.
That's so wild. Because, y'all, we don't talk about, like, our thought process because we want it to be real and
authentic
and honest when we get on camera. That's so weird.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. That's why I started laughing when you said that. I was like, dang.
Somebody do that message you, like, more than you know.
Like, so, literally, that's one of the things that's crazy that
I think that's the main thing that it taught me though.
Yeah, that's about the main thing.
Because granted, like now we've been together forever. Literally. And so we have grown together throughout this entire journey of ours. And so, yeah, my first love, I was young. I was like 16 when I truly loved this person.
Yeah, I was 17.
Yeah.
16, yeah, 17.
16, 17, yeah.
I was 17, yeah.
And so...
So then, didn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It was terrible. Like, I cared, but I didn't care.
Right.
I like you a lot, too.
I like you a lot, too. They loved you?
Probably, maybe.
Oh.
Don't know.
Okay.
Who knows?
That is so interesting.
It was different when I was growing up, though. Like we talked. If the phone was free, we talked. They talk on the phone long. They saw you maybe on the weekends, like outside of school.
The ones that you just like.
Yeah. Those come by the house, or I walk by their house or whatever. Other than that, it was going out and like you just really, because I ain't talked to nobody in the neighborhood.
You didn't?
Nah.
I didn't either. Yeah, nah. Not my neighborhood. First of all, my brother said that a lot. And then so no.
Brothers probably wouldn't have that.
Absolutely not. Oh, you such a little sister. Yeah. Yeah. Lie. Look, not my neighborhood.
They were hating on you already. No?
It was like you don't mess with this sis. Like,
you don't talk to her.
Yeah.
Y'all don't leave that alone.
Correct.
That's a great thing then. That's why I'm here now.
That's right, babe.
Perfect husband.
See you in there.
Yeah.
But anything else you learned?
That it's all right that you go be able to love again after you break up. Like, it hurted, but you'll be.
Was it mutual? Who broke up with who?
I think it became more mutual. Some stuff happened. I ain't gonna get into it really on here. And it was just like, you know what? Nah, we straight. I'm straight. You good.
Yeah.
You go do your thing. I'm gonna go do my thing.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Yeah, man.
Interesting.
That's crazy. Teaching people how to say, I love you back.
I know. Because growing up, my parents and my brothers, we said I love you all the time. Did that happen a lot in your household too? No. Like saying I love you?
To my mom.
That's it?
Yeah, me and my brothers. Me and my brothers, we said, yeah.
Because I don't know if that's like a man.
Nah, my dad.
Type of thing.
He said, because, if y'all, well, a lot of y'all don't know, my dad would work offshore, so he'd be gone like 3-4 months at a time, like, depending on where they had to go.
Right.
So, of course, when we got to talk to him when he home, he showed, he said.
He said it and showed it too.
Yeah, he said it and showed it.
Yeah.
To my brothers, we say that to each other, we say it a lot more now than I think we did growing up. Could be wrong, but I think we really do say it a lot more now.
Because I think when you're younger, you don't understand how grateful you are to have your siblings and to be able to say that. True. And you take stuff for granted because you're young. You're like, oh, you're going to be in my life forever. You're going to do this, right? Yeah. But it's like at the drop of a dime, something happened.
Right.
And so I think that it's important to say that every chance you get.
Yeah.
Even to my best friends, when we talking on the phone, we in a conversation with I love you. And then if not, I'm calling back. You missed something. What's going on? Correct.
Yeah.
So
life is
it's important to say that you love people in your life and acknowledge it. That's what I think.
Question.
All right, what you got?
I got a question. So, hypothetical, right?
Okay.
This is just off the dome.
I'm scared of hypotheticals.
No, I'm just saying it. All right. So, we've been together a while, right? Ages.
Feels like eons.
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we was to happen to split,
first of all, why you putting bad juju out there?
I'm not. That's why I say hypothetical.
Bad juju. Continue.
Should you lower your expectations in a new relationship?
Well, I think if you're going to, we're not gonna split up.
No, we're not.
We're gonna well first. Like I said,
that happens to me.
That's a joke.
Oh, now it's a
That's
joke.
a joke.
Bad juju in the world.
That's a joke.
If something happened to me, y'all.
You know my humor is dark.
First subject.
Shut up.
Prime suspect.
Shut up. So I think that when you go into any type of relationship, you have standards. So I don't think
this is what I mean by expectations.
Okay.
So of course I've done a lot in a relationship. You know, I make sure you were taken care of. You have a lot.
Take out the trash.
Take out the trash and everything else.
If y'all know, y'all know.
Do you expect that person to be doing some of the same thing? Like, do you go in expecting that person to do all the things that I've done?
I don't think so, because you gotta have a conversation about what's gonna happen, right? Like, you and I had conversations, and we still have conversations on how we need to feel, I guess, loved, how we need to feel taken care of. Okay. And I think once you get into that relationship, you have to talk to that person so y'all can establish those boundaries together. Because if you have an expectation and they don't exceed it, you're gonna continue to be disappointed. You're gonna probably begin to harbor resentment. You're gonna feel some type of way. Okay. So I think if y'all don't talk it out about what's going on or how y'all want things to run in your relationship, you're gonna get hurt. And you're gonna get mad.
All right, what if you so used to this, right? And you're not getting that. Like, how do you bring that? I think
that's so broad, though.
How do you bring that
like
up?
Financially?
That's what I'm talking.
Like in all aspects, emotionally, like
you used to, you know, the luxury stuff, going on trips and this and that, and that person really ain't living up to that. Like, how do you bring that up into a conversation to where, or do you break it off? Do you tell that person, hey, no, we done?
I think that's hard because they have to go through the journey to figure out if they're going to get those needs met. Because it's not going to be.
So how long is too long? Like,
I feel like 3 months.
3?
Yeah. To see, like, oh, if I'm having a bad day, you're going to call and check on me, opposed to you just, me having a bad day, you're not worried about me at all. Okay. Like, I need you to be there emotionally.
All right. So what if say it's holiday come around, Valentine's Day? Okay. Right? You used to the going on a fancy days, this and that, yeah, expensive gifts, some bracelets, necklace, but this person ain't doing that. Like,
so Valentine's is difficult because it depends on how long y'all been together. Because if we've been together a few months, I'm not expecting nothing big. I mean, I expect, like, if I was the type of girl who like flowers, I would expect some flowers. I expect a card. I expect to go on a date or something like that. But if I'm not getting any of that, then that's the issue. Because it's like, are you exclusive? Are you like this your partner?
That's your partner.
This your partner, okay.
Yeah, that's your partner. That y'all exclusive.
And some people don't even like Valentine's Day.
That's true. I'm just throwing hypotheticals out there.
Okay.
So, like,
I think it's very difficult to gauge putting expectations on somebody when y'all still trying to get to know each other.
Even after a year. Let me ask that.
Even after a year? Well, if y'all had a conversation about what you expect in a relationship, then what you doing?
But my thing is,
because I think 2 grown people need to have a conversation and talk.
Yeah, but what if he's not financially where your previous partner was, so he can't do all the things?
Well, you should. After a year, like, you know what his finances like. You know if he could take you to a real nice restaurant, spend a couple $100, like take a real quick trip or something like that. Like, after well into a year, what his expenses like. Even dating, what he do for a living.
True.
So either you going to accept that person who they are, which I think you should if that's who you want to be with,
or
you go and find somebody else.
So what if
it's
not financially there yet? He meets everything else but the finance part. Like, do you then lower that expectation of it, or do you, like, is that big for women? Just like for women,
I think that if a woman is with somebody and she may be the breadwinner and they both okay with that, who cares?
Okay. But when it comes down to now gift giving, even though she's the breadwinner, she expects a certain level of gift.
But if she already know the type of money her man got, he can't buy no Fendi bag. But
you still expecting that though. It don't matter.
You can't expect that if you know what his money like. I mean, that's dumb on her part.
How? Because she's used to that. So it don't matter.
It don't matter if she used to that. She know how much this man got and what he can afford to waste money on. And if she still expect that, then she's foolish.
So what she need to do? Let me ask that question.
If she got the money, that's what she expects, she could go by herself.
But what she need a man for now if she go by herself?
For companionship. You already know my checklist. What I need a man for, number 664. Okay, companionship. Okay.
Oh, that's an episode by itself.
Agreed.
But okay. So the companionship, it's a trick. It's a trick.
It ain't tricky to me.
But
it's tricky to you.
Because if I like you, yeah, I want to buy you all the things. But if you used to this and I can't do it, I'm not dating you.
Again, like if they've been together for this type of long and you already said a year, like she already know what the finance like in the dating period before it's even like complete like exclusive. Because once you get to know somebody, you're gonna ask what they do.
But what if? Yes, that is true. When you're dating somebody, you're getting to know them, you go find out what they do, how they likes, don't likes, this, and this. But it goes back to your expectations from your previous relationship.
But you can't put on that next. But you can't put on your next partner what happened in the previous relationship, and that go from expectations as far as the good stuff and as far as the bad, even with trauma. Like you can't put that on the next person.
True, I agree with that. So now this brings me to, if you can't put that on that person, then do you not talk to that person? Or but why? Do you look for somebody who's able to give you what you've been used to?
I don't think so. I think your question has holes in it.
How?
Because if I've been with somebody and they have taken me on, like you say, bought me the expensive jewelry, the expensive bags, the shoes, and all that stuff, right? Something happens with that relationship, it dissolves. Yeah. I go into another relationship. True. This person doesn't have all the finances. That's what you're saying, right?
Maybe not. Maybe they just don't spend money on expensive
things. And I think if you are getting to know a person and they've been together for a year or even half a year, right? If she does not know, or I mean, vice versa, I guess. Yeah, it's a unisex question. If they don't know that the other person cannot provide them with all the things that they need in a relationship, as far as finances, emotional stability, safety, all that stuff, then why are they there? Okay. So then why are they there? And why are they there so long trying to figure it out? Well, maybe they really like that person. And then you going to, I had a conversation in my head the other day. Oh. Because I talk to myself a lot. I wasn't privy to this. And I'm like, what's really the difference between compromise and a sacrifice? Yes. What is the difference between a compromise and a sacrifice? To me, I think a compromise is something that you are willing to put to the wayside a little bit for the betterment of either yourself or the betterment of a relationship. But I think a sacrifice is something that can be reluctant and something that can harbor resentment eventually. I don't know Webster's definition, but that's my thing. So I'm thinking she's compromising to be in this relationship because she loves him or he loves her, opposed to a sacrifice, which is like, well, you know, when mandate come with people, oh, that's why you can't buy me this and you don't do, like, throwing it in their face.
So
I think that's a sacrifice that will just end horribly.
So if I don't think you should sacrifice anything in a relationship.
I totally agree.
So
Totally agree.
Compromise, yes. Sacrifice, no. Because again, I do agree with you. When you sacrifice stuff, it comes back like, hey, you know what? Something go crazy. I sacrificed. I gave this up for you.
Yeah.
I never won't do this. No. It need to be a compromise, because when people start sacrificing things, that's when, like you say, if something mad day come or something strange.
Stand people who have mad day. Oh, I can't stand it.
And that bring that up, and you looking at that other person like, but you say you
went along with this, right?
Like, we could have talked it out more and figured something else out. Like, so
I don't know if that answers your question. I don't know.
I don't know, because it's a crazy thing, because
to me it ain't crazy though.
My thing is, I'm like you. If I'm going into a new relationship, I'm not expecting nobody to do the things that you've done. Right?
Agree.
From gift giving, the
support, really the love.
But yes, you do. Thanks. Now, is it the way we... Okay, let me change it.
Okay.
Let's say they've been in a relationship for a while, right?
Okay.
The gift giving part, right? You're a great gift giver. You know, you go above and beyond. You make sure it's nice.
I'm very thoughtful in my gifts.
Right? But in return, I don't be as thoughtful to you. Right? How can you approach me to get me to understand you need that reciprocated?
You sit down and you have a conversation.
But what if those type of conversations are hard to have, and you don't know how to approach it yet? So what do you do?
You said they've been together for a while. They should know how to approach all things.
A while. That's why I said a year. That's what
they should know how to have a conversation that's tough, because all things that
so they have
easy
things. I mean, yeah, right.
Like why?
So all right, they have the tough conversation, right?
Yeah.
They talk about that, but it still don't happen. Then what? Do you...
maybe they didn't process it.
Now, is that now becoming a compromise, or is that now...
No, I think sometimes having a conversation more than once is a thing. I think after 3 times, like if I gotta bring it up to you one more time, then it's like either you just literally disrespecting me and what I'm saying to you and just ignoring what I'm saying and what I'm asking for, or you not comprehending what I'm asking for.
Okay, so...
And so we need to have a clarifying conversation. Like, repeat back to me what I just said. Like,
not we in school. Not to repeat back to me.
If that's what it takes, because clearly you don't understand what I'm saying.
So I think, honestly, you have to understand the man that you're dealing with. I'm gonna talk from the man's perspective, right? You have to understand the man, the type of man you're dealing with. Is he a gift giver? Is he somebody that's thoughtful and making sure that you're happy? Is he someone that is emotionally stable to express his love for you? Right? Because you got some men, they only can, I love you, and that's it. You got some men that's like, I show you that I love you because I'm taking care of everything, the roof over my head, the roof over your head, the bills paid, that type of situation. You got certain type of men that take care of things, that express like, hey, just because gifts, here's the flower.
I mean, I get that.
Like, but at the same time, you don't know what type of... In a new relationship, you don't know what type of man you go get.
But at the same time, if I'm asking you and telling you how to love me, then that's what I need.
But what if he's not capable at the time to give you that?
That's something you need to work on, and that's something you need to express. Whether you can or not. Like, if you give me a birthday card or if you give me a card, I need you to write something in it. Don't just give me a store card and say, here you go.
That's it.
No, don't do that.
Sign.
Because when you're talking about gift giving, like, it don't got to be literally over the top. You could literally write a love letter. That's something that's thoughtful. And I think,
but you got materialistic girls too.
That is very true. So it's also not just dependent on the man, then it's dependent on the woman and what she wanted. Again, that goes back to the expectations too. But it also goes back to my original statement. You need to sit down and have a conversation, and you need to tell people how you need to be loved. When you're in that stage in your relationship where it's like, okay,
I need this.
This is correct.
Especially.
Correct.
Got it.
That's all I got. That's all I have. Sit down and have a conversation. Like, I don't understand how difficult, I guess it could be for two people who really want to work toward a future together, to have a conversation that's challenging. Yes, it's going to be hard, but it's going to be worthwhile.
But how, the relationship these days, we be seeing, social media, all that, like, it's hard for people to, how can I say this without being an asshole?
Say it, because that's what you are anyway.
True. It's hard for people to...
Respectfully.
It's hard for a lot of people to not take something from their previous relationship and only the good parts. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. I'm still not trying to be an asshole, but you only take the good parts to try to bring that into the relationship and expect that new person to only do the good parts of that person. And you don't even know if that person could do that or not. Okay. So you looking for the good parts you had in that previous relationship in your new relationship. Mm-hmm. That don't make sense to me. Like, if you're going into something new, you need a whole blank new canvas. You can't have a half sketch canvas going into a new relationship trying to paint the same start painting the same picture you had with somebody else.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you gotta, like you said, and I agree with you. You gotta have those tough conversations. You gotta be able to sit down with your partner and be like, look, in my old relationship, these are some of the great things that this person done that I really like.
Or you don't even have to say that. You could say, this is how I want to be loved, because I think...
You know what? Yeah.
That could be real sticky. Yep. Oh. Yeah. Did I trigger something in your head? Yes. You can't do that, because that person gonna feel slighted. Comparison. You can't do that.
One to the other.
You just have to go in and say, this is how I like to be loved. This is how I like to be shown affection. And then you ask them how they like to be shown affection, how they like to be loved, how they like to be treated.
So how can you not compare somebody in relationships, though? Because at some point it's gonna be psychologically, like in your mind. It won't be out loud. Like, how do
you just have to have the understanding that everybody different.
But you got people who
them people still need work. That's what that is.
So they have to work on themselves.
Absolutely.
I agree.
You have to work on yourself, because again, you cannot bring, or you cannot expect this new relationship to be just like that last one. Because that last one, you was a different person with that person. That person was different with you. Different dynamics, different communication styles, different love tactics, different words of affirmation, probably. Like, who knows what it was. So when you're going into a new relationship, I'm different with you than I was in my last one. So I'm different. I'm sure you are too. And it's literally about having that conversation and telling that person how you want to be loved. In the back of your head, you might compare. You're not saying that out loud, because I think that's disrespectful. I don't know if that makes sense.
That made plenty of sense to me. You on the road today. You hot today, Lamar.
I'm just saying.
You hot today. But I the comparison.
Thief is the comparison. Wait, what is it? Comparison is the thief of joy. Because if you compare me, ain't no other me, ain't no other you.
So this should not. Ladies and gentlemen, people of, let's get into this. Even in your current relationship, don't compare nobody to nobody else. Don't even compare your relationship to somebody else's relationship. Because you're going to fall real short, real fast.
Yeah, especially how you touched on a little bit about social media earlier. Like, people only putting on social media, and y'all should know this.
If you don't know this,
y'all know this.
You dumb.
They only put the highlights, bro.
That's
it.
It's a good thing.
And then, even if it's just the highlight, you see somebody hugged up like this taking a picture,
and you don't know they could have pissed with each other
the whole time. Big stupid argument.
Yep.
So you cannot all the time. But we walking in somewhere, laughed up, coupled up.
Some we got back in the
love it. So back to this argument, because
talk about
real life.
Yeah.
Real life. Social media is fantasy.
Yeah. And that's keeping people out your business also. You know, because we even got to the point sometime at one point in our relationship, we didn't even care that people was right there. Like, nah, we go either talk this out right now. We just gonna be pissed. Everybody gonna know we pissed with each other right now.
Yeah.
Like, we upset. I didn't cuss twice. My bad.
It's okay.
We upset with each other, and y'all gonna know it. Like,
yeah.
But we also got to a point where we'd be mad right there, and then we'll go walk in somewhere or go to a party or outing or something and act like had nothing wrong and get back in the car. We back beefing. Like, don't talk to me.
For sure. I don't know. I'm telling you, my mama always told me what happened in your house, stay in your house. Like, you need to know your business.
I agree.
Don't nobody tell your business.
I agree.
Because people gonna want to form their opinions. They're gonna want to give you feedback, and they only going off one perception and not the entire truth. So they can't really give you no opinion, give you no honest feedback, because first of all, you might be only telling them what you want them to hear. You ain't telling them what you did wrong.
Yep. And that's
in the scenario.
That's always.
Yeah, all the time.
That's always.
Always
in the scenario. You only get the good.
Yeah.
From that side.
You only get one sided. So
that's why I try to my darnest. When somebody come talk to me and be asking me about relationship stuff or just life stuff and period, I try to reserve and not give as much like advice or whatever, because you're not gonna come back and be like, bruh, you said this, and this. Like, I'm only going to what you told me, but I'm not gonna go. I'm not getting into your business like that, because I don't want to say something and you go back and decide to take that advice that I gave you, and it don't work because you didn't give me the whole conversation that you had with your significant other, or the whole matter of the situation that happened. You only gave me your version of it. And we talked about this before, like, we all could be it could be 20 people in a room. All 20 people go experience one situation 20 different ways.
Absolutely.
Nobody see it the same. There's going to be some type of slight difference every time. It's going to be some type of different view, different thought process, different feeling.
Yeah.
Every time. That's why we don't never compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. Because every apple, one apple might be sweet, the other one might be bitter. Never know.
I know, short, dang.
But
yeah,
I enjoyed it.
I mean, crazy. But even when you spoke about when people come to you about advice, because you've been married, you're in a happy marriage.
Yeah, it's hard.
Happy marriage.
I know, perfect husband.
That's what I thought you was gonna do at first. And so when people come to me, I always reverse it, and I say, well, in my experience, and I don't give them advice. I let them know what, like, if something like that kind of happened, I don't know how to say it. Like, if, I don't know, like if somebody came to me with a question and that's something that we've dealt with before, I let them know like how we kind of dealt with it that was successful for us. Right. And then it's like, you have to decide what type of, I guess, resolution will be best for y'all. Like, you have to decide how you need to figure this out. You can't go based off me and Tim. No, you can't. I'm just telling you what's happened for us that was successful. Opposed to me saying, well, you need to go do this or you need to do that. I don't say that.
Nah, I was.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. You don't say that either, because what you're not gonna say is, well, Tim told me, to do this with you, and then boom, relationship over, and they blaming Tim. because
doing that. I don't do
we ain't
that.
doing
I
it.
just can't do it. Even with life situation, like if you having a personal conflict with yourself about something, like I'm gonna tell you to, not gonna tell you. I'll tell you how I dealt with that situation if it happened to me, or if I have some type of information on it, I'll tell you what I think about it. But you still got to go figure everything out for yourself because it's hard. I don't like giving advice.
And self-realization and self-actualization.
Some things you in life, some things you really got to figure out on your own. You literally got to figure it out on your own. Because if you don't figure it out on your own, you go sit there and you go just keep reliving the same stuff.
You gonna sink or swim?
Sink or swim? Yes, Lord.
Sink or swim? Because you out there in that water by yourself. What you gonna do? What
are you doing?
What you gonna do?
What you go do? Make a bounce song out of everything.
So New Orleans.
All day, every day, twice on Sundays. Super Sunday.
Super Sunday.
Yes.
We ain't gonna get into it because, child,
a time was had and I had it. We miss it.
Yeah. So that's all I got, babe.
That's all you got?
That's all I have.
That's all I got on that we talked about.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing else to really get into. So that's episode 12 for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Episode 12. Our first love taught us how to say I love you back. Yeah. You know, don't go into new relationships, even your same relationship, comparing it to what the last person did. You know, you can't do that. I don't think you should do that anyway. Yeah. Go new. Fresh new canvas. Paint that thing how it's supposed to be painted with y'all together. Not half sketch, like I said earlier, because you bringing in some stuff from what another person do. Because you never know. That person might surprise you. They're not doing everything you want to do. They might not be doing everything you want to do now. That you expect them to do now because they, like, I can't give this to you right now. Right. You haven't earned that for me to reciprocate.
Oh, earn that. Hold on now. Yes. What you mean earn that?
I feel like sometimes some things are to be earned when you first starting dating. And
well, I see. You can't give your all. Like, you can't be somebody for like 3 months and y'all want to go to Paris.
Yeah, you can't.
Like, what? I don't know you, really.
We got to earn it. That's me. You got to earn this. You got to earn the big gifts,
well, agreed.
The big stuff, the great, all out. I'm putting my swag in it. Like, I'm about to sweep you off your feet and make you fall in love with me again type of, like, you gotta,
I like you.
You gotta, but you gotta, yeah, that's what I mean by earn. Like, you gotta be able to earn those reciprocations. You just can't expect them right off the rip. Okay. You know. And, don't bring in what your previous partner did in other relationship, in your past relationship. Because that ain't gonna work out. Yeah. That's not gonna work out.
Well, yeah, this is a good episode.
I think it was a good one.
Yeah, so again, remember, subscribe, comment, share, like, all the things.
All the things.
All of the things.
Run them numbers up.
Yeah. And remember to tell your friends,
your family, and a stranger
to tune into Let's Get Into This Podcast.
I'm ready for this cruise.
I know. I can't wait to go on Magic.
I want to go on one in the summer. We got to figure that one out first.
You got to earn this.
Earn nothing.